Hi everyone, I'm Nikisha, and
I am Jerry. Nikisha is the PDM for our unit, and Jerry, I'm the senior charge nurse. So we want to go through a couple of ways on how to tie and secure endotracheal tube for patient, and basically go through some of the safety issues concerned, and also in terms of managing pressure sore, and to make sure we don't actually cause pressure injury or pressure damage for our patient. So I'll be going through most of the procedure while Nikisha will be my assistant to hold the endotracheal tube. And part of the reason why we're actually making this production is for new starters and those who actually need to have refresher on how to secure endotracheal tube. Because part of our policy on this unit is that every per shift at least you need to change your ET tape. So we want to make sure everybody's comfortable, everybody's able to tie ET tape, and that's part of the reason. And those who need the refresher, you haven't done it for a long while. If there's anything you can learn from it, hopefully this video it will help you in a way. So basically, we have two type of securing devices we have here. So we have the inside and the inside normally comes in two sizes. With the inside, you have the standard length size, and also you do have the extra long. And before you actually take out the one you're going to use, make sure you've actually assessed your patient neck diameter. You don't have to measure it, just look at it. If it's someone who is big like me, then I'm going to require an extra long. But if somebody that is really skinny, like a cameraman, then it's going to require the regular size. Right, so, and I'm just going to go through that. Do I have extra long there? So once you've taken that, you probably have to do a very quick measurement to make sure it will fit. So like this, I'm just going to pass this one on to Nikisha. Nikisha will put it over from that side. And the most important thing is make sure it is covering the angle of the mouth. So if it's covering the angle of the mouth, then it wouldn't cause pressure sore. I'm going to demonstrate if it's not covering the angle of the mouth, the issues you can have from there. But looking at this, this is not the right size for this patient. So therefore, we're going to swap it. But I'll demonstrate it first of all, the problem you're going to run into if it's not long enough. So part of the problem you're going to run into that is going to cause pressure sore. I'm going to demonstrate it now. And Nikisha, if you don't mind, if you hold this endotracheal tube for me. Okay. If you look at the way Nikisha is holding the endotracheal, it's pretty secure. Her hand is resting on the jaw of the patient and also here. So even if the patient is moving, it's not fully sedated, or maybe a RAS of -2. So it wouldn't really pull out. But I have seen people tying into the endotracheal tube, they hold on the tube this way. So when the patient moves, all you need to you can easily lose the tube. So you need to learn how to hold it properly, like Nikisha is holding it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate. Some people, they will take up the Velcro and they stick a bit and stick it around first. There's no hard fast rule about that. Whichever way is absolutely fine, but I don't always take it off. What I do is once I measure the length, may I backtrack a little bit. When you come on duty every time, you need to look at the level of your endotracheal tubing. So when you tie it, make sure you tie at the same level, because it's X-ray every day or every other day. The doctors normally check the level of your endotracheal to make sure it hasn't moved. So once you actually know that it's the same level as the time you last check it, what you need to do, just roll this one over it and give it a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of a press over there, and then roll this one over. And Nikisha can see. Once you've done that, then you can roll them down like that. And I think that's about okay. Some people roll it twice, it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm not gonna grab my Velcro. Where are my Velcros? The bigger Velcro. How do you adjust now? Okay, so I may have to open up a fresh pack so I can take my Velcro out of it. Okay, yeah, I've got a Velcro which is on this one here. So once I've done that, and we put my Velcro here, make sure you're able to put that Velcro down that side if you don't mind. If you put on this one, okay, that's absolutely fine. So the first part, make sure it covers the angle of the mouth. I may just take it out and put the Velcro on this one, then cover the angle of the mouth to make sure it's not cut into the mouth angle. So on this one here, because it's very short, so if I tie it, assuming you're actually tying, if not a mannequin, on a human being, so you see the tape is all marking the angle of this mouth here, and then it's over the lips. So when you do that, what you end up doing is there's constant pressure on the patient's skin, and usually it dips into this angle and also dip into that angle. So when they make this device, part of their selling point was for it to go over the two angles of the mask so that the tape itself is not cutting into it, rather it goes over the foam. So you need to make sure you get that. So we're going to use the right size for it now, and I will demonstrate again how the angle of the mouth is being protected. But this one I may have to lose it a little because it's covering the whole mouth. It's got a little skinny mouth, so it's just over there. Exactly. So if I have the right size, the other one will just go over it, and this one goes over that angle. So we have the right size here, which is the extra long. So we're going to take this one down and get the extra long, and you will get it more accurately. And with this tape itself, you need to know that it's actually got two sides. One side that is creamy, and the other side that is white. The creamy side is the side you want up. That is the side that is sticky. The white side is not sticky. It doesn't. So, yeah, gonna pass one now to Nikisha again. Excellent. So I'll go over to this one first. The angle of the mouth is secure there. And over to this one, the angle of the mouth is so secure there. Exactly. You can see. So the skin is fully protected. This is the main thing. The skin is fully protected, and therefore this does not cause pressure. And once you finish tying it, typically you put your two fingers in, and this is a little bit loose. We can make it a little bit more tighter. And if you took an extra long one and you think it's a bit, you got excess, simple, we cut it, but I don't usually cut. I just kind of fold it inwardly. Once I fold it inwardly, and that's it. That's what. That is perfectly secured. But in the situation that the person is got really chunky neck, and in spite of the extra long, you still have the gap there. What you do is you need to get a liar foam. Don't use gauze. Gauze is very coarse. Gauze is not very friendly on the skin. Get a liar foam and put a liar foam in between. But until you've exhausted the length that we have, there's no point in you looking for a liar foam or a gauze or additional piece of material to put in there. So you need to bear that one in mind. Okay, I hope we have gone through the first phase of securing endotracheal tube. The first thing we said is make sure it's a two-people procedure. I have to reiterate that one again. It's a two-people procedure. One person will have to hold the endotracheal tube so that the patient does not accidentally decannulate. Whether the patient is sedated or paralyzed, but we always recommend two-people procedure. So one person hold it there, and one other person do the securing of the tape as well. So that's it, and thank you very much. So what we're going to move on to, we'll be demonstrating how to use anchor fast for the same securing of endotracheal tube as well. Thank you. You can pause it. Pause it.